I think we should get another recreation episode of this, except it's Manbot, Clock King, and Sewer King,
Oh yeah.
and they all kind of show up to reveal
What a weird
Robin's
trio.
identity. I
Like,
think it would be great.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman. People of Earth, I am Darkseid, Lord of Apocalypse.
Service with a smile? I know about all your other major enemies, but you never mentioned him. He was the biggest, wasn't he?
Oh, come on, it's Lex Flippin' Luthor. Why should we trust him?
What? Like a bunch of super friends?
More like a Justice League.
we are back, and once again, we are not joined by Everest, just as Connor said. We wouldn't be last episode, but we are going to be...
how did I know a week in advance?
We are going to be talking about Night of the Ninja, Cat Scratch Fever, and The Strange Secret of Bruce Wayne. So, Connor, what did you think of Night of the Ninja? And which do you like more, just by curiosity, ninjas or samurai?
Samurai.
Okay, I don't know enough about him, but Batman samurai, so samurai.
Yeah, I don't know much about them either, but out of those two, I'm pretty sure samurai. I just kind of like Japanese culture a bit more
I don't
than
know.
Chinese
I
culture.
think I know more about ninjas than samurai, but
I know a lot about ninjas. It's called the League of Assassins.
yeah. I know a lot of the
But,
tools they use.
Oh, I know that they use swords.
Speaking of League of
sometimes.
Assassins, it would have been cool if they would have made this a League of Assassins
Yep.
episode.
That was the first thing I was going to say about this episode, is that the second I found out this was... when I saw it was called Night of the Ninja, I was thinking, okay, it might be League of Assassins stuff, maybe setting up for Ra's al Ghul. And then, like, from the beginning, with, like, ninjas stealing stuff from Wayne Enterprises, I was like, this has got to be League of Assassins, right? And then, no, it was just kind of a throwback to when Bruce was training to be
You know,
Batman.
Connor, I thought this was a pretty good episode, but you've just altered my opinion by putting that thought in my head. That's
Oh, really?
disappointing.
I mean, it would have made a lot of sense. I was
Yeah,
thinking, like, okay, I
right.
League of Assassins, right?
Ra's al Ghul's coming down the line.
Yeah.
That
I
would
was like,
be
what if
awesome.
he's getting little hints towards this League of Assassins out there, and they start kind of scaring him, and then Ray shows up properly.
That would have been awesome. Like Arkham City, how it like showed the League of Assassins, and then which he already knew who Ra's was, but
Yeah.
like that was
Like,
that was
heard
cool.
Also, was there a statue near the very end that was Jay Garrick?
That was Jay Garrick.
Yeah, there was a statue that it looked identical to Jay Garrick.
Like how close to the beginning?
Oh no, it was like towards the end. It was during the final fight, I think.
Okay, well, just keep talking. I'll just Google Jay Garrick statue Batman.
Okay. I thought Dick fighting the ninja was really cool. Summer Gleason being back was interesting.
I loved Dick throughout this episode.
Yeah, he
Just,
was
like,
good in
The
this
little
episode.
tidbits he had, they were all great.
I also like how we're consistently getting more and more of him in the episodes. Like now that we have his origin, we're starting to see him pop up all over the place,
Oh yeah,
which is good.
you'll see him a lot more in Volume 2 than you did in Volume 1.
Yeah, I've noticed that already. Like that he's just kind of all over the place, which is great because he's a great character.
Yeah, he was only in 2 episodes of Volume 1.
And both of them were more or less cameo appearances as well. Like he wasn't in them much.
Well, he was in 3 technically, but the third one I don't really count because it was just hallucination.
Is that the one where Bam? I thought he drove over him.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
he sees him and Alfred before he goes to
Yeah.
the Scarecrow. But he's
Yeah,
in
like, hey,
Christmas
look,
with the
they're
Joker and Fear of Victory.
It's kind of crazy. He's in one of the first episodes of the entire show, and then doesn't show up again for ages.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's like, hey,
It's
we
like-
want Robin for this one episode, and then they were like, you know what, we just want to focus on Batman.
Yeah, it's like we don't actually want him at all. Like, just get rid of the character, please.
I don't think they said that.
No, that's what they said. I remember.
Oh.
I have a photograph. Remember,
Were you the one that got them to make Robin's
Oh.
Reckoning?
I was the writer on that episode.
Did you go to their front office and be like, look, you gotta show Dick Grayson some love, and throw the
I
script
did.
down in their face?
Yeah, I said, look, okay, you've got an ultimatum. Either you do Dick Grayson in this episode, or you do Tim Drake in this episode. They said, Tim Drake! No, we can't do Tim Drake. We're not allowed to do Tim Drake. So they did Dick.
No one does Tim Drake.
Yeah. Like, no one's allowed to do Tim Drake, apparently.
Okay, nothing came up when I typed in Jay Garrick statue.
What's that called? I have the episode here, so I'll try and screen grab it and send it into the Discord.
Okay, I'll try to come up with stuff to say.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have been really interesting and probably better if this was a League of Assassins episode instead of just some random guy from Bruce's past. Because I guess this wanted to touch on how Batman isn't perfect or something, because they say this guy's like the only guy that Bruce could never beat or whatever, or that beat Bruce on multiple occasions.
That's why I thought it was even more going to be something related to the League of Assassins, because like they're always the ones who can go toe to toe with Batman.
Yeah, what I thought when Alfred said that thing about he's the only person that has ever been able to beat him on multiple occasions, I'm like, man, what if this was like Deathstroke?
Oh, that would have been really cool.
Like Deathstroke, League of Assassins, it would have been dope. I wish they would.
I just want Deathstroke in this. So I know that you said that he's not in this at all. But I just want him so bad.
He's not in any of it.
He's not the DCAU at all.
No.
Why though?
Oh no, it's sad.
Not fair.
I think later on it's because Teen Titans was using him, but before that I have no idea. I guess they never had a reason to use him. They were like, we got Joker.
Like, yeah, I don't think so. It's like we have that crazy clown.
And we made another crazy clown.
Alright, this has to be a reference to Jay Garrick. One sec till I screenshot it.
Okay.
Like he's got a shield and sword, but his helmet, it's Jay. Okay, my snipping tool won't open.
Okay. What else is interesting about this episode is that it gets a sequel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, is it the samurai one that's coming?
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking that, because I saw on the episode list there was one called like something about samurai.
And maybe they just wanted to touch on like Batman's Japanese background and all that, and the fact that he's samurai, not ninja.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was an interesting story to tell, but like you said, it would have been pretty cool if it was League of Assassins instead of just this random guy from his past that we're only going to see in like 2 episodes.
Are the League of Assassins, are they all only ninjas, or is there like another League of Assassins that is samurai?
I'm assuming they're all ninjas.
Oh, okay, because it would be cool if there was like a rival clan that was samurai instead of ninjas.
Yeah, that would have been pretty cool. And the very end scene when Bruce is just getting his ass handed to him because he doesn't want to reveal that he's Batman to Summer Gleason.
Oh yeah,
he's like, I'm Bruce Wayne, I can't fight.
It's like, alright, I'll take a couple broken bones.
I was like, I don't know what this dude's talking about. I've never been to Japan to learn karate and jujitsu and all that.
It's like, what are you talking about? I can't fight.
And then Robin just gets the carpet or whatever over her, and he takes him down.
Yeah, that was cool.
Then the very end scene when Bruce is like, I don't know, it would have been really difficult to beat him without your help, Dick. And then Dick's like face is like, you can't even admit that you would have freaking died if it wasn't for me. And then he's like, maybe even impossible. And Dick like just cracks a smile, like, yeah.
I did like that. I just think that Bruce needs to trust Dick more.
Oh yeah, that helmet is definitely Jay Garrick.
Yeah.
I don't think anything else is, but that helmet is.
I think he's got just kind of like the body shape. Like it looks like he's kind of running, or he's getting ready to run or something.
Yeah. The helmet's definitely
yeah.
That's interesting. What the heck? That on that shield, it looks like Medusa or something.
Yeah, I was thinking that. It was in the bit toward the end where Bruce was getting thrown around the place, and he got thrown at that statue.
Isn't Medusa like Greek mythology?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, you get to fight her in Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's an annoying fight.
This is like the second time we brought up Medusa during this rewatch, which is weird.
It's the greatest part of Marvel's Inhumans, which is the greatest show of all time.
Oh yeah, long-lived.
Best TV show. Long-lived. Yeah, it's still going on, I'm pretty sure, actually.
Had a great run. Oh, yeah. Is it?
12 seasons on the movie. No, it got cancelled like day one. I think it got cancelled before the first season finished, and the first season was only like 7 episodes.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought it was like done the moment it dropped.
Oh yeah, it got murdered.
Okay, so yeah, I love all the Robin tidbits throughout. Like earlier in the episode when Batman just says something and walks away, and Robin just kind of turns around and he's like, Thanks for saving my bacon, Robin.
It's like, thanks. I love it.
Yeah. So you got anything to add or?
No, that's pretty much it. Just Dick Grayson was great. Jay Garrick's statue. I probably would have given this a higher grade if it was a League of Assassins related episode, but it's still a very enjoyable, good episode.
Yeah, I agree. So, Connor, what would you give it?
I give it a B plus.
B plus?
Yeah, I think it would be an A minus with League.
That's exactly where I'm going to. Same.
Oh, really?
Yep. I was gonna do A minus, but then you brought up the
Oh,
League of
wow, I'm
Assassins
sorry.
thing. I was like,
I didn't mean to.
that's a good point.
But pretend I never brought up the League of Assassins. Pretend I said that I wish this was a Two-Face setup episode instead.
No. B plus.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Cat Scratch Fever, Return of Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman. She's facing judgment for her crimes or something, right, Connor?
Yeah. She's all way in court. And it's like the people are, they don't want her to be Catwoman anymore, so she's not gonna be Catwoman anymore.
Or so you
But,
think.
Oh, so you think she's done? That's it. Selena Kyle isn't Catwoman anymore before we even get into the actual season 2 of the show.
Okay, I just
But
I just want to kind of get this out of the way. I don't think this episode had much to do with what I'm about to talk about, but first of all, this isn't a good episode, I don't think. Second of all, I don't think this episode is what sets up a very interesting thing in the DCAU, but actually the first episode of the show set it up with Man-Bat. There's something called splicing, and it's a big thing in Batman Beyond. And it's basically... Do you know what
I know what splicing is, and I know what it is in the scientific term. I don't know if it means like anything else when it comes to comics or that.
Okay, like mixing animal DNA with human DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's okay. I see.
Yeah, it's a really big
it's like
thing
the way
in Batman
cats are
Beyond.
kind of being. You think that it sets it up with this with the whole cat thing?
Yeah, kind of. It more set it up in the Man-Bat episode, but this episode made me think
definitely.
about it. Mostly because I don't think it said this guy's name, but I saw some guy, his name is Dr. Milo, and he was the dude with like the bowl cut and dark hair. Kind of looked like he had a long nose.
Yeah.
You didn't see him for long, but he was there.
Oh, is he in Batman Beyond, or is like
No,
maybe
he's
in
in
Batman
a
Beyond?
future episode of this where splicing comes back.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
It's interesting.
So you think he might have been doing some weird experiments in the background of this episode?
I feel like he could have been because that episode's coming up pretty quick.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that might have been a little thing. Maybe they were expecting to do more with it, but
Yeah,
then
and they kinda
decided to just have him there as a hint.
Yeah, like I never noticed that they set that up so much in this because like
Yeah.
Man-Bat, but he's always been there with Batman. But they also do some other things with it, which is really
Not about as
interesting.
big as Batman villain.
Yeah, there's actually 2 episodes coming up, 3 really, that have to do with it. And then it's
And do any of them include Little Man-Bat?
Yeah, there's another Man-Bat episode.
Oh yeah,
So
I'm
like,
hyped for that.
it's kind of a reoccurring thing in this, and then it gets really big in Batman Beyond. So
Okay, cool. I might to see more about that then.
yeah, this episode just made me think of it because the virus that was going to be spread by animals, like I guess their DNA could have somehow got mixed with human DNA if the virus got to humans.
Yeah.
So that's what made me think of that. It's really like I don't like this episode, but that's a really interesting thing that.
I thought the episode was alright. I didn't hate it, but I thought it was a little boring at times. Maybe just because Catwoman's not too interesting in my opinion. I thought the court stuff was kind of cool with how she was trying to kind of get out of being a criminal and all that, and she was trying to get away from all that sort of stuff. But then she kind of just starts looking for her cat, and that's where it started getting boring.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I thought the opening was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of fell off. It's not necessarily that's bad, but like you said, it's boring.
I think a more interesting plot than Selena looking for her cat would have been like if she tries to actually be a good person, but then things keep happening that keep forcing her to fall in with kind of criminals and that. And then by the end, it turns out she's back as being a thief.
When Catwoman gets drugged with that medicine or whatever, It sounds like she's having some sexual activity or something.
Yeah, yeah, it did.
I'm like, what is going on?
I was like, Selena, you gotta stop that.
Just thinking about Batman.
Hey, we already know that that's what Batman dreams about in his fake worlds.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not Summer Gleason, Catwoman.
I remember that line from The Cat in the Claw that I couldn't think of when we were actually reviewing that episode, but it was Catwoman said, "You can't deny there's something between us," and then Batman responds, "Yeah, and I'm afraid it's the law."
That was really good.
Yeah. So
like sometimes this show just has really clever, funny lines.
That's why Batman can't like make his fantasy a reality because the law's in between them.
And the law will always be between them.
He's like, Selena, just go straight so we can get married and stuff.
It's like, Selena, go to the court, ask them to let you go. And then she did. But then her cat was missing, so she becomes evil again.
Yeah. That's how it...
And then Batman finds her cat.
That's how it goes. So, Connor, what would you give this episode?
I give it a C. I don't think it was terrible. I thought it started out interesting. But I did think it didn't really go anywhere with the interesting stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a C-. I was gonna go D+, but I realized that's what I gave. Like, I've got Batman in my basement, so I do think it's better than that episode.
Well, Batman in my basement was a phenomenal episode.
Yeah, you're right.
I can't argue with that.
So, getting into the next episode, The Strange Secret of Bruce Wayne. This is really the first episode where we see multiple Bat villains in the same episode, right?
I was gonna bring that up. I was like, is this the first time we've seen a proper supervillain team up or like villains coming together for a common goal?
I believe so, and it's the big three at this point anyway, since Riddler hasn't. Yeah,
the biggest villains that we've seen in the show yet, and I'll come up in this. No Man-Bat though, no Clock King, but we're pretty close in terms of big villains.
There's no Sewer King.
There is none. Not the Sewer King. I think we should get another recreation episode of this, except it's Man-Bat, Clock King, and Sewer King.
Oh yeah.
And they all kind of show up to reveal
what a weird trio.
Robin's identity.
Like,
I think it would be great.
Whose identity?
Robin's.
Oh my god, that is such an odd trio. Imagine.
I think they could do it in the movie.
Sewer King could bring his alligators.
Yeah.
Man-Bat's
Clock
just
King
gonna
could
be
bring
there.
his clocks.
Man-Bat can bring his
It'd be a fun
wife.
time for all. Yeah, exactly.
No, Man-Bat can bring like the fruit he was eating.
Oh yeah, the freeze. Like, you better bring enough for Sewer King and Clock King though.
It's gonna be like that shot where Joker was eating the popcorn, but it's gonna be Man-Bat shoving his face with fruit. And we need like some kind of bit where Clock King and Sewer King are arguing over who's the real king. Connor.
And they can't decide.
I wish I could animate stuff because I would so make this a short on like my channel.
I love it, and we should voice them.
Yes, Connor, I'm gonna learn how to animate in like the next year. Okay.
Okay, cool. I'm hyped.
And I'm gonna remember
Don't you have to animate? I'll draw it.
Can you draw?
Just edit the drawings together. No, not really. It's Stickman. I can do Stickman. I can give Man-Bat like a stick wings.
Okay. Well, Connor, we just had a breakthrough. That sounds like a great idea.
Yep.
So,
it's like, stay tuned for that coming fall 2020.
Now I want to know, if anyone's watching, comment down below, who's your favorite villain, Clock King, Man-Bat, or the Sewer King?
You know what the answer is going to be. Clock King.
I should just make a poll of that.
Yeah. Yes. Like, we can find out who's the true winner.
Okay.
You get like 600 votes or 700 votes in your polls, so I definitely think get.
Yes, I need to. People are just gonna be like, who? They're only.
I hope not.
No, to the Sewer King, they're gonna know those.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're gonna be like,
okay.
If Sewer King even gets 1%.
I feel like it'll be like a lot of people see that as a joke though, and they'll be like, "Yeah, vote for that. It's funny."
Yeah, it gets.
Which
like,
I get.
Okay, we talked about this like ultimate team up for about 5 minutes probably.
Because it's the ultimate team out. It's the real Strange Secret of Bruce Wayne, except the Strange Secret of Dick Grayson.
Yeah. So anyway, something else interesting. It is like the first team up movie, or not movie, team up episode. But also
first appearance of Hugo Strange.
Yeah, first appearance of Hugo Strange, and also this is the return of both the Penguin and Two-Face.
Yeah, we haven't seen either of them in a while. We haven't seen Penguin since Batman in My Basement.
Yeah, and aside from that cameo he had in Fear of Victory, we haven't seen Two-Face since, well, and the hallucinations and stuff in Dreams and Darkness.
Yeah.
Outside of Scarecrow-related stuff, we haven't seen Two-Face since Two-Face, his origin story.
Yeah, this is these two characters' second real appearance, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, outside of their first episodes.
And this is like
yeah, that was
seventh
cool.
appearance.
Yeah. And Penguin was a lot better written in this episode.
Oh yeah, much, much better.
He wasn't just a random kind of guy who shows up to hit the Batmobile with his umbrella.
Oh my god.
I just love how no matter what Hugo Strange is introduced in, there's always going to be a plotline about how he knows who Bruce Wayne is. And I love that.
Yeah, because I feel like that's really the most iconic thing about Hugo Strange.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Is that he figured out who
it's his
Batman
big
was.
thing. Yeah. He's always the one who can figure it out. His head is weirdly shaped, though.
Oh yeah. I was thinking that too. I think that every time I see this episode, I'm like, his head is shaped so weird.
It's like, why does it look like that?
Like, that's not a normal head, man.
It's like, Hugo, I think you might want to get that checked out. You might have a medical condition.
It looks like his chin just, like, goes out instead of, like, kind of
Yeah,
down
exactly.
out
It goes in a way that it's not supposed to go.
Yeah. I feel like he may have, like, some kind of deformity.
It's like,
No,
maybe
he's a mad scientist. That's why he looks like
yeah,
that.
he's a mad scientist. He experimented on himself. I thought it was weird at the beginning how Bruce would just agree to get his mind probed like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay, you can look at all my secrets. I don't really care.
Yeah, and he's just giving in to what Hugo Strange is, like, wanting, like, feeding him and stuff. So,
Yeah.
what happened to your parents?
Like,
Everyone
is it
knows
true
what
that your
happened to my
parents were murdered?
Yeah, so I don't have much to say about Hugo Strange, aside from
I
what we just
like
said.
him.
Yeah, he was fine.
He's definitely up there in terms of my Batman villains, just because of how I love how he always finds out who Bruce is.
Yeah, he's
That's something
he's
that we don't get with a lot of Batman villains.
No, he's an underrated villain. He gets overshadowed by like people like Joker, Scarecrow, and Two-Face. But
Plus, he isn't like an elaborate one who has a big kind of thing. He's not like a clown like Joker. He doesn't have kind of alter egos, kind of like how Penguin and Two-Face does. He's just Hugo Strange.
yeah, but this should speak to Hugo Strange. He's been around longer than the Joker has.
Yeah,
He got
Yeah, he's been
introduced
around a long
before
time.
Joker, and he's still relevant.
and he was a big part in both Arkham. He was just a big part in Arkham City.
Yeah, he's a
I
massive
think he
part
just
of
kind of
Arkham
referenced
City.
and he was the biggest part besides the League.
Yeah,
Well, I guess Joker as well.
Yeah, Joker. Yeah, the two side plots. Like you thought there were 3 side plots, and then the Ra's al Ghul and Hugo Strange thing intertwined.
Yeah,
It was really awesome.
yeah.
They tied
Yeah,
Mr.
I think
Freeze into
he's
that.
as big as the League in Arkham City. That makes sense.
What'd you say?
I think he's as big as Arkham or as the League of Assassins when it comes to Arkham City.
Oh yeah, I do too. I think he's as big as I think Ra's al Ghul, Hugo Strange, and Joker are all pretty much tied.
Yeah.
As the big villain.
That's a big reason why I love Arkham City as much as I do, because it gives Hugo Strange a lot of time to shine that he doesn't get in a lot of other Batman-related media. Like, when it comes to movies, he hasn't been in really anything. He hasn't been in anything, actually, I don't think.
Yeah, no movies aside from like a few of the animated ones,
Yeah.
like Gotham by Gaslight.
And even Gotham, I don't think he was done that well, but that was kind of because of how he didn't have a Bruce Wayne to play off of.
Yeah, I didn't like him in Gotham.
Yeah, he was weirder than that.
Okay. Anyway, getting into like the Dream Machine thing, what did you think of that? How his machine could read?
I thought that was interesting, but I just don't like how Bruce decided so easily to go into it knowing what it does. Like, it wasn't like Hugo was trying to hide that it looked into people's memories. Hugo pretty much says to him, yeah, it looks inside your memories. And Bruce was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. I don't really have anything to hide. Like, he's got so much to hide.
He's got more to hide than pretty much anyone.
Like, I know that we do kind of learn that he only agreed to do it because he wanted to figure out what it was. But even then, he could have found out a better way to do it. He could have done something to, like, mask his mind or something like that.
Yeah, he's Batman.
Yeah, it's some kind of back gadget that hides.
Or
Like, besides that, it was really cool.
Or you could have gotten, I don't know, he could have gotten like a Bruce Wayne costume and got Alfred to do it.
Yeah, that would have been great. I was like, huh. So, Bruce Wayne, yeah, I think you like being a butler, huh?
That would have been great.
Yeah. It's like, what's Alfred's girlfriend called again?
Maggie? Is that right?
Yeah. Like, so Bruce, who's this older lady called Maggie you're into?
Yeah, but the end when Dick dresses as Bruce, and Batman's just like, I knew from the start what your machine could do.
Yeah.
Batman just played him. He had no idea, but he's like, man, I gotta get out of this.
It's like, I don't like this anymore. It's like, I'm hearing about how Joker, Penguin, and Two-Face want to find out who I am. I don't like this.
Oh yeah, I think this is one of the first big examples of computers exploding in the DCAU.
Yeah. Yeah, but that just becomes a running thing with DC in general. Where computers blow up.
I think like
especially
the first
Bruce's.
time it happened was probably, well, I would say Dreams in Darkness, but there was like a bomb about to go off, so not really.
Was that the one with the huge computer?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the massive countdown clock.
Yeah, what the hell is that? Massive countdown.
Yeah, but Bruce just smashes it with a fire extinguisher and it immediately just starts to like shoot.
It's like, that's the opposite of what a fire extinguisher should do.
Yeah. I was like, what's he doing with this fire extinguisher? And then he smashes like the keyboard and it just explodes. I'm like, oh.
Like, oh, alright then.
Yeah, what do you think of the tape that he imagined that Hugo Strange showed to Two-Face, Joker, and Penguin?
It was interesting. I just kind of liked all those characters interacting together. The video was pretty funny. I also liked how Hugo was like taking ages to get into it. He was like, yeah. So he was like monologuing kind of before he did it.
Yeah.
He was like, can't wait for you guys to see who the Batman is. If you don't know who the Batman is, he's this vigilante guy. It's like, yeah, Hugo, we know.
It just goes into like a full detail of what Batman has done.
Yeah. He's like, Batman first appeared
It
34 episodes ago?
It goes like 2 months later, and you just see like Hugo Strange skinned and Joker just.
Oh, it's like, now without further ado, let's find out who Bruce Wayne is. It's like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I think my favorite exchange in the episode is Two-Faces and Joker's when Two-Face tells Joker, get out of my face, clown, and Joker responds
like,
with
which
one?
That was one of the things I knew about this before I watched it. I've seen that meme so many times of Joker being like, which one?
Yeah, it's really,
I didn't know where it came from though.
It's a really memorable line.
And it's the same as like a big thing that I'd known beforehand was the bit where Kara destroys a satellite and Clark's like, don't worry, I'll pay for it. And Bruce's like, on a reporter's salary, really? Like before I'd seen the movie, I'd seen that meme everywhere.
Yeah. So Connor, you got anything to add?
No, I think we've pretty much covered it.
Okay, so letter grades.
I'll give it a B+.
B+?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a solid B.
Oh wow, I like some more than you?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Oh, I definitely thought you would like some more, especially since Joker.
Yeah, I loved it, but
I just really like Hugo Strange.
yeah, you like Hugo Strange more than I do. I like him, but
I just think he's one of the more interesting. Like, he always kind of has some sort of thing he wants or he needs, whereas normally with Joker and whatnot, he's just doing what he can because he likes being chaotic.
yeah, I think it's a really good episode, but I don't really think it picks up until Joker, Two-Face, and Penguin get involved.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so next time we will be talking about Heart of Steel and If You Were So Smart, Why Aren't You Rich? The introduction of Mr. Edward Nygma.
And will Everest be joining us for those 2 episodes? find out next. We'll just spoil it for you. He won't be here.
No, he will not be here.
Hold it, hold it, hold it!
Get out of my face, clown!
Which one? Gentlemen, it behooves us not to fight amongst ourselves. Well put, Sardine Breath.